excited to share this masterclass with you. I've been working so hard on it, and I'm so pumped. Um, I think you're gonna really enjoy this. So I'm just gonna get straight to it, to the presentation, so that you don't have to look at my face too much longer. Forgive the sheer volume of tabs I have open. We'll hopefully be able to edit that. All right. So this is the Sustainable Nutrition Masterclass, and I am your host, Patrick Heyman, also known as the Mobility Dad. The goal of this presentation is to dispel some of the myths, is to clarify what it actually means to eat well, to be conscious about your nutrition, and make it semi-attainable for parents because honestly, this stuff is complicated, this stuff is hard, and especially when you are just trying to get by with your kids, it's so hard to put this level of focus on your nutrition. So, I am intending to educate you on the order of priorities for weight loss, how much to eat and what to eat, the habit based approach and why that works better for parents, and how to track if you so choose. All right. A little bit about me. I'm 37 years old. I'm a dad of two amazing little boys. They are 4 and 7. I've been married to my wife for 10 years. We've been together for close to 17. I know 7 years is a long engagement, but I've been a trainer for over 9 years. I actually used to be a mechanical engineer. I have many, many, many certifications, but specifically in this realm, I am precision nutrition level 2. So I am a habit-based nutrition coach, not a dietitian. So if you feel like you need medical advice, seek it from a dietitian. I am happy to and can provide you with a lot of guidance and a lot of coaching in the realm of nutrition, but I cannot prescribe anything. All right. I'm a lifetime BMX rider. I have many, many injuries to prove it, and I absolutely love it. I still do it, maybe a little bit less aggressively than I used to. I am a lover of coffee. My first job in high school was Starbucks. I used to open on the weekends and then shut down a bike shop on that same Saturday. And I love languages. I love learning languages. I'm currently learning Tagalog, and I'm working on building my fluency in Spanish again. So, the order of importance when it comes to nutrition. So many people will major in the minors. They go to the absolute smallest possible detail and then try to make huge amounts of progress off of a tiny, tiny thing. And in all honesty, that's not how it works. All right. So the first thing we're going to go with Beast here, the original Mr. Beast. Please don't starve yourself. If you are trying to lose weight and you are struggling and you are feeling so frustrated and overwhelmed by this process, just know what you're going through is normal. It's okay to be overwhelmed by this. And you are not going to be able to take care of your children without roaring at them if you are starving yourself. You need to eat. So if the choice is between eating and not eating, please eat. Okay. Once you can, choose. Be a little mindful. Don't snack just mindlessly crushing a bag of Doritos or tortilla chips, whatever your favorite snack is. If you're feeling hungry, genuinely feeling hungry, try to grab something that has protein or pair it with protein. I personally, I mean, of course, I'm a trainer. I love protein shakes. I find my biggest advice for anybody who is looking for a protein shake is find one that you like the taste of that doesn't make you go to the bathroom after 30 seconds. All right. From there, you can worry about all the things that are in it. I have specific recommendations if you'd like them, but just be mindful. Choose your snacks carefully, which is part of why the habit in our Sustainable 60 challenge is eat protein every time you eat. Every time, even snacks. Clean Plate Club is okay, so I will tell you one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world is wasted food. As the person who goes out and buys and cooks all of the food that my family eats, I despise wasted food. However, it is not your job to clean your kid's plate with your fingers or your face. It's not. You can't clean up their plate and expect to be mindfully consuming the right amount of food. It just doesn't happen. And especially because sometimes your kids are eating things that are far more delicious than what we're eating. Um, and honestly, you pack it up. And if your kid um is not a leftover kid, like in terms of they won't eat leftovers, not, that sounded weird. Um, but if your kid refuses to eat leftovers, you can save some of it for the next day, work it into your own meal prep. You just, if you're full, don't pick off their plate. Then, once you have gone through these, then you can start building your plate. Be intentional about everything that is on your plate. That doesn't mean obsessive, that means intentional. Choosing what goes onto your plate. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that. We're looking at, of course, the big ones: protein, carbs, and fats. So when we look at portion sizing, one of the best things that we have gleaned as a tool is using palm portions. So if you look at your hand, you look at height, width, and thickness, that is one serving of protein. Now, if you are um, if you are trying to lose weight, I can tell you 1 to 2 palms at each meal is going to be a really good target to get there. Depending on how active you are, 2 palms of protein at each meal is going to feel like a lot of food. When you look at carbs, you're looking at a cupped hand. All right, not 2 cupped hands, a cupped hand. I know that's going to seem like very little, but that's about 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates. And I'll give you exact examples of what kind of carbs I'm talking about, what kind of protein, all that stuff. Fats. We're looking at a thumb of fat. And look at your thumb. Your thumb's not that big. And there's a really good reason for the why our serving size of fats is so small, because they are incredibly calorie dense. All right. We'll get there. I'm going to show you exactly why that is. Not specifically down to the chemistry, but we'll explain it. Veggies. I know veggies are not their own macronutrient, but if you really, really focus on getting 6 to 8 fists of veggies every single day, you will be way more full than you've ever imagined, especially if you're just nailing your protein and nailing your veggies. Chances are you're going to be a lot more full and eating a lot more food than you think you are. This is what a full plate, with an asterisk, of course, looks like: a palm of protein, a fist of veggies, a cupped hand of carbs, and a thumb of fats. If you are building out your meal, typically, like a guy my size, um, I do basically 2 of everything at each meal. I personally don't eat as much fats. I've bumped them up a little bit for myself for my hormone health. Um, but I have to be intentional about eating fats because otherwise I will overconsume them. All right. The benefits of hand portions. All right. The hand portion, it's all in the hands. Hands are portable. They're with you everywhere, right? And hands are always going to be the same size that they are currently. I mean, as you grow, of course. And hands are proportional to you, right? This also works for your kids because, like, your stomach isn't as massive as you might imagine. And when you look at your palms, if you imagine eating 2 palms of protein, 2 fists of veggies, that's already a lot of food, right? And your palm is going to look different than your partner's palm. um the food scale, it doesn't always, but it can lead to like an over obsession of the details, like, oh my gosh, I'm a gram over this and I'm a gram under that, and it just ends up being something that you um it's gotten out of control for people before. That doesn't mean everybody. I personally love using a food scale, but the hand is a really good tool to use when you're out and about, building awareness of portion sizing, whether you're at restaurants, out at parties. Don't stick your hand in the cake at a kid's birthday party. I've done it. It was weird.